Hey everyone, welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Hub, where we bring you the latest updates, deep dives, and real talk about what's really happening in the world of the Iraqi dinar and global finance. You might want to grab a seat for this one because the rumor mill is spinning fast. Why? Whispers are spreading that Chase Bank might be making some behind-the-scenes moves that could shake up everything we think we know about the dinar. Could this be the moment the currency makes a serious comeback on the foreign exchange market? Could Chase's latest activity be the spark that sets off a chain reaction? Stick around till the end, because we're breaking down what's real, what's speculation, and what it could all mean for you. Whether you already hold dinar, or thinking about it, or are just curious, don't blink. This could be one of the biggest updates of 2025. First, let's set the stage. Chase Bank is one of the largest financial powerhouses in the U.S., handling massive volumes of currency trades, global transactions, and cross-border operations every single day. So, whenever a bank like Chase even hints at adjusting how it handles foreign currencies, people notice fast. Over the last few days, posts, discussions, and social media threads have popped up, claiming that Chase is gearing up for something big related to the Iraqi dinar. Mentions of internal memos, new counting machines, staff training sessions, you name it. These rumors are spreading like wildfire among dinar watchers and speculative investors. But before jumping to conclusions, let's dig in. This video will unpack what's being claimed, what might have some truth to it, and where we're just dealing with smoke instead of fire. So let's start with the claims making the rounds. A lot of stories talk about upgraded currency counters, Chase employees being trained to accept dinar, internal notices about foreign currency updates, or Chase updating systems for possible dinar deposits and exchanges. Some posts even tie these activities to reported movements at Federal Reserve facilities, supposedly connected to dinar operations. For believers in a future revaluation, these signs sound like confirmation. But here's the reality check. Banks regularly update systems, upgrade machines, and retrain staff for plenty of reasons: regulatory shifts, anti-fraud upgrades, or new compliance rules. These routine changes don't automatically mean Chase is reopening dinar trading. So what's actually verifiable right now? As of today in 2025, there's been no public or official announcement from Chase Bank about accepting or trading Iraqi dinar in the U.S. There's no press release, no public filing, and no official customer statement confirming anything. Customer service reps, when asked, have reportedly given the usual vague responses. And most importantly, no verified documents or leaks have surfaced, showing Chase is reintroducing the dinar. So if you're trying to build a case right now, you've got zero confirmed proof. What we can say is that certain branches, especially in regions near the Middle East, sometimes handle exotic currencies. And big banks often test systems with multiple currencies just to stay ready for potential global updates. Now, let us look at what it would actually take for the Iraqi dinar to return to global Forex markets. First, the Central Bank of Iraq would have to remove major restrictions that limit international circulation, things like capital controls and strict exchange approvals. Next, there need to be strong liquidity, meaning enough dinar trading volume for markets to function smoothly. Then, major international banks would need to support it with infrastructure, risk management, and accounting systems. Without those steps, any attempt to relaunch dinar trading would be limited or short-lived. History shows reintroducing a national currency isn't an overnight process. Take a few real-world examples. When Kuwait reinstated its currency after the Gulf War, it took years of planning, coordination, and rebuilding trust among banks and regulators. Systems had to be re-established and international partners brought on board. It was gradual, not a one-day event. Another example is Zimbabwe, where currency reform meant years of stabilization and rebuilding credibility. These cases prove that reintroducing or revaluing a currency takes time, precision, and global cooperation. It's never just flipping a switch. So, where might Chase Bank fit into this timeline? Even if Iraq is moving toward Forex reintegration, a bank like Chase would need regulatory clearance, risk analysis, compliance checks, system updates, and staff training before doing anything. They wouldn't just dive in overnight. If Chase were to offer dinar services, it would likely start small, maybe limited exchanges for select clients or pilot programs handling small volumes. Then, if demand grew, they could expand. So if Chase is preparing something, it's probably behind the scenes, quiet, cautious, and limited for now. Now we've got to talk red flags. The dinar community has been buzzing for years, and that means misinformation spreads easily. Fake memos, insider claims, and unverified screenshots get passed around like wildfire. Some people even promise exclusive access to early exchanges or Tier 4 programs. Be careful, anything that guarantees huge profits or urges you to act fast is a major red flag, and watch out for counterfeit notes. Some dealers have sold fake or damaged dinar. Always verify authenticity. Bottom line, don't accept hearsay as fact. Demand proof, check multiple sources, and stick with official information. Let's look at a few realistic outcomes for the dinar's future.
Scenario 1. A slow and partial comeback.
Iraq gradually eases restrictions, and over time the dinar finds a foothold in regional markets. Banks like Chase might test limited services. Returns would be modest but real. Scenario 2. A strong revaluation surge. If Iraq's reforms take off and global confidence spikes, the dinar's value could jump, but volatility and speculation would go through the roof. Scenario 3. Stagnation. If instability continues, the dinar could remain stuck or even weaken. Most analysts think reality will land somewhere between those extremes. So for anyone holding dinar or thinking about it, what's the smart approach right now? First, treat it like a speculative bet, not a guaranteed jackpot. Only risk what you can afford to lose. Second, diversify your investments. Third, keep an eye on official updates from Iraq's central bank and major financial institutions. Fourth, avoid shady dealers. And finally, document everything you own: serial numbers, receipts, and verifications from credible sources. Now, circling back to those Chase rumors, some say branches are getting upgraded machines that count more currency types. Others mention staff briefings about foreign currency changes. But all of these signals could be unrelated. Banks upgrade systems for fraud prevention and compliance all the time. Testing multi-currency systems doesn't mean activation is imminent. So far, these signs don't confirm anything concrete about a dinar rollout. Remember, banks keep plans secret until they're ready. If any preparation is happening, it's probably small-scale testing. We might not hear anything official until it's fully ready. So what's Chase's incentive to even get involved? Profit and customer demand. If more clients start asking about dinar, Chase might see an opportunity. It would also strengthen their global position if Iraq's economy rebounds. But the risks, volatility, regulatory exposure, and compliance are huge. This would only make sense if the potential reward clearly outweighs those challenges. Regulations are another big factor. U.S. banks must follow strict rules on foreign currencies like anti-money laundering and KYC. Because the dinar has a complicated history, compliance is even trickier. Chase would need full legal clearance and coordination with U.S. and Iraqi regulators. That kind of groundwork doesn't happen overnight. Let's talk Iraq. The government has been working on reforms to diversify beyond oil and attract foreign investors. These are positive signs, but progress is uneven. Political uncertainty remains a major roadblock. For the dinar to return to the global market, Iraq needs more than policies. It needs long-term stability and consistent execution. For the average investor in 2025, the playbook is simple. Stay informed, stay skeptical, and stay patient. Treat your dinar as a small speculative part of your portfolio, not a guaranteed path to wealth. And if the revaluation ever happens, expect it to roll out gradually, not in a single overnight jump. So back to our main question. Is the Iraqi dinar back on Forex? Are Chase Bank's moves a signal? Right now, all we're seeing is speculation, not confirmation. There may be signs of quiet preparation, but nothing official or verified. Chase hasn't confirmed anything publicly, and until they do, it's all just educated guessing. For now, we're still in rumor territory, interesting but unproven. Still, that doesn't mean you should tune out. Sometimes these early whispers turn into real movement months later. If Chase is gearing up for something big, it could start quietly before going public. We'll be here keeping tabs on every credible update, breaking it all down for you, and helping you separate fact from fantasy. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think Chase is really preparing for the dinar? Have you heard anything solid? Let's talk about it in the comments.